So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7, an undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
Arsenal have gone with a 4-5-1, Jim.
Well, it's a formation, Peter, that lends itself to good possession and control in midfield because you've got the numbers there, a higher concentration. Backing that up with enough attacking dynamism is down to managers who want to get at teams. It can be used in cautious terms too, but certainly if you want to advance a little quicker and you have that attitude, then you can be very positive about this too.
So things are on. Kvaratskhelia! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Zubimendi. Madueke. Kvaratskhelia. Defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. It's played through for him. Gabriel Jesus! Odegaard! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Oh, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
Madueke. Done delicately. Zabani makes the interception. Fabian Ruiz. And Kvaratskhelia. Now it's Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Calafiori. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. And he was quick to react. Fabian Ruiz. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Gabriel Jesus.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. He's been really sharp. That's a great interception.
Beraldo. Barcola. Now Beraldo. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Barcola receives it in a wide position. And it's Vitinha. Gabriel Jesus driving on and making good progress. Now, can they get him away? He's in a great position here. Odegaard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Beraldo. He's looking wide. Kvaratskhelia. Zubimendi. Norgard. Incapuyi. Zaire Emery. And it's slung out wide. Lewis Skelly gets a foot in here. Norgard. Now it's Madueke. And it's Zubimendi. And it's Zubimendi. It's a promising position. Odegaard. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Jesus. Shifted it to the flank. And here's Martinelli. Beraldo. So we're still where we started right now. Now Barcola knocks it into space. Norgard. Madueke. And here's Jesus. That's been cut out, well played. Fabian Ruiz. And he's picked it up out wide. Vitinha. And it's Marquinhos. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Kvaratskhelia. It's a throw-in. Norgard. Now this could be a chance. No, that's been intercepted.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And it's Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's a key interception. He's a sharp little ball here. Kvaratskhelia picks it up out wide. He's had a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Number 7, Kvaratskhelia.
Paris Saint-Germain are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Now it's Odegaard. And he's got it. And the shot! And yes, it's there! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Vitinha. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Incapuyi. And it's Odegaard. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. And Norgard. Zubimendi. And Norgard. And here's Madueke. Very nicely done. Goes for a shot! Beraldo. Zaire Emery, distributed tidily. Vitinha, he's in plenty of space here. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he finish? And that's off target.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
That's an imaginative pass. The less said about that pass, the better. Zaire Emery is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Odegaard. Aims beyond the defence. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Odegaard. And he's intervened well there. Beraldo. Dembele. Nkapie wins the duel this time. Gabriel Jesus. Thinks about... Chance for a shot! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Martinelli really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Fabian Ruiz. Zaire Emery. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That's a good ball out wide. Madueke. Odegaard. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Gabriel Jesus is on. He's having a hit! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Barcola proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle, too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Now it's Barcola. He is through here. Martinelli. Norgard. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's got the beating of his man. Kvaratskhelia receives it in a good position here. Beraldo. Fabian Ruiz has created one goal already. Half-time getting close now. And it's Vitinha. And it's Ruiz. Kvaratskhelia has the space to scheme. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Not much more than a formality.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
The goal scorer for Paris Saint-Germain after 42 minutes is number 7, Kvaratskhelia.
Paris Saint-Germain with the lead. Norgard. Now it's Madueke. Kvaratskhelia. And he's forced to go back. No, that was never going to make it. Fabian Ruiz, nicely spread. And the counter is on. And he welcomes it in. That's the keeper's ball.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Spread out to the left. Kvaratskhelia. Dembele is wide and looking to get onto this. Lewis Skelly. Martinelli. That has not gone well. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Played out towards the right wing. Not the most accurate pass. Sabani. And it's half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
Please welcome everyone.
No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't...
Good ball, good take. And the pass is intercepted. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's found a way past. Now it's Zaire Emery. He's rising! And he's stuck it away. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the lead now is 2.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Barcola. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Lewis Skelly. And that is a little undercooked. Barcola. He's got away. Hangs one in. Shoots! Ødegaard. And Gabriel Jesus. Kvaratskhelia. Lewis Skelly does well to get it back. Oh, he's bustling through here. Dembele was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Vitinha, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Beraldo. Vitinha. Now Fabian Ruiz. And it's Zaire Emery. And this is Dembele. Barcola gets into a good position.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lewis Skelly. It's a really well-measured ball.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Kvaratskhelia. Ødegaard. Fabian Ruiz. Beraldo. Great vision. And here's Jesus, over to the right flank. And he shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real...
Kvaratskhelia. Oh, he's having a go! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Arsenal choosing to make the first change. So now the difference is 3. And here's Jesus. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he's heaved it away. Almost an hour gone. Great defending, strong and determined. Merino. Arsenal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Oh, it's Dembele. Merino. He's had it taken off him. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he's running through. And that's been won straight back. Merino. Gabriel Jesus receives it in a wide position. Barcola. Calafiori does really well to win the ball there. Norgard. Now it's Odegaard. Spread to the right. Madueke. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Jesus. Calafiori has it out wide and in space. And that should get the job done. Oh, it's Merino!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Norgard looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Has a look and plays it forward. Barcola. Spread it left. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Oh, that's fabulous. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Goal kick as confirmed by the referee. Paris.
As you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
He's had it nicked away. Oh, easy pickings there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Zabani calmly anticipates. Vitinha. Mbai. Beraldo. And he goes cross-field. And Kvaratskhelia. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And here's Dembele. He's on it, can he get away?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Merino, and it's made its way to him. Marquinhos. Fabian Ruiz does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Madueke. Norgard. And here's Jesus, who played through for the wide man. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia wants to run onto this, and he's managed to get free. Dembele! Now, who's going to be first? And another try! Big relief, it just needed better contact. And it's Marino. There's the crossfield ball. Now it's Madueke. Can he finish? Oh, that's a waste. And he thumps it clear. Just eases him off the ball. Gabriel Jesus. That is a brilliant interception. Vitinha. Beraldo. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. That's a nicely shaped ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Gabriel Jesus is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's Jesus. That's tidy. Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Kvaratskhelia. Now Beraldo, Vitinha, and Kvaratskhelia. The final 5 minutes. Fabian Ruiz, and Kvaratskhelia. Merino, Incapuyi. Oh, can he get onto this? Fabian Ruiz, keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And here's Jesus, Calafiori. Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper threw out a limb. Arsenal with the corner, they're first. Cleared away. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Beraldo. And here's Jesus. That's a good ball. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. 2 minutes to be added on. This is Dembele. Pass is just off target. Gabriel Jesus. And once more he proves rigid and robust. And he's hit it long, but astray. Beraldo. So that's it. It is all over. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Begley.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7, an undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. It is a monster matchup, Jim Begley.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
And now, lining up.
Arsenal have gone with a 4-5-1, Jim.
Well, if you want to secure a clean sheet, Peter, this is a very good way of going about it. It adds discipline and lends a stubbornness to that midfield, which can stifle opposition attempts to play through, and it takes a lot of pressure off your defence, of course. Forces longer passes through the aerial route. So, all things considered, that extra layer across midfield is highly, highly effective.
And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, the explosive Ousmane Dembele is a very interesting player. Praised by many for his game-changing qualities. His showboating and confidence has won him a lot of admirers, and he can be a real force if he can add consistency to all of that talent.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. This looks promising. And that's played in low. That's put paid to the danger. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Played out towards the right wing. It's a promising position. Havertz! Havertz! Loose ball now. Oh, what has happened here? He's found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Odegaard. That has been slung wide. Barcola. Over to the other side. Zubimendi. Odegaard. Norgard. He's looking wide. Martinelli. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Vitinha shifted it to the flank. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Dembele. Incapuyi. To Martinelli. Now somewhat off target. He's got away. Oh, good looking ball. That is a brilliant interception. Madueke. Havertz tries to pass it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as this...
Can he finish? Oh, he's just got under that.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Zabani. Zaire Emery. And it's Zaire Emery. Norgard does well to get it back. Vitinha. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
Tries to play it through. Can he get onto this? Lovely bit of skill. And it's Ødegaard. Out towards the flank. Zubimendi has the space to scheme. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Havertz. Well read, nice interception. Marquinhos. Vitinha. And it's Ruiz. And this is Dembele. Barcola. Barcola was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Madueke receives it in a wide position. And here's Jesus. It's Gabriel Jesus! A real chance and a real let-off. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Marquinhos. Kvaratskhelia. Zubimendi gets a foot in here. Aims beyond the defence. Havertz. Oh, that's a fine interception. Fabian Ruiz. Tries to thread one through. Kvaratskhelia is in a really good position out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Now Beraldo. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Havertz receives it in a good position here. Gabriel Jesus. Fabian Ruiz. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Oh, it's Dembele. Martinelli. Norgard. Ødegaard. And Madueke. Norgard. Gabriel Jesus. And it's Ødegaard. Ødegaard. That's good play. He's had a shot! Goal! Arsenal! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Number 8, Martin Ødegaard.
Arsenal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. It's a pretty loose pass. Zubimendi. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Ødegaard. Ødegaard gets on his bike and on the move. And here's Havertz. Shot could be on. Takes a shot! And he hits the net. And they're threatening to fly away here. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Number 8,
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vitinha, that's a good ball out wide, and he's picked it up out wide. He is through here. And the shot! Madueke. Ødegaard on a hat-trick. What do you think that'll mean to him, Jim?
I think it'll mean a huge amount to him. The way he's been playing, I fully expect him to turn his 2 goals into 3. His appetite has been brilliant, and he totally merits a third.
He looks a really hungry player right now. And here's Jesus. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Beraldo. Arsenal have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. And Kvaratskhelia, Fabian Ruiz. Arsenal have run the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. Zubimendi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Oh, good spread. Well, nicely intercepted. Arsenal heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Ødegaard. And Gabriel Jesus. Martinelli. Calafiori. Barcola.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Gabriel Jesus. And here's Havertz. Madueke. Knocks it into space. Goes for a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Zaire Emery. Now Barcola stood up well to him there. 5 minutes till the break. Oh, it's Dembele. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Havertz. Madueke. It's a good run down the right. And here's Havertz. Zubimendi finding himself in space. Very nicely done. Now it's Ødegaard. And it's Ødegaard. Kvaratskhelia. Now it's Havertz. Vitinha. Marquinhos.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Havertz. He's found space here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, it's Dembele. Fabian Ruiz. That is a great pick out. Not a hint of offside here. Chance! He's got a goal! And deep into first half stoppage time, a timely strike. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
shift in momentum, perhaps. And that is the end of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Arsenal are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. So let's get the ball rolling. Fabian Ruiz. And that's a goal kick. Barcola shoots! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Now it's Havertz. Spread it left. Now it's Martinelli. Now Odegaard. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. He's shifting through the gears here. Beraldo. Fabian Ruiz tries to play it through. Well, that looks a decent... Big chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Norgard. Calafiori. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Kvaratskhelia. Foot in. Havertz. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Now it's Martinelli. Oh, that's fabulous. Beraldo. Fabian Ruiz. Now, what about a counter-attack? Here's Vitinha. And it's Vitinha. Threads one in.
Dembele really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's had it nicked away. And here's Dembele. Engages and forces him off the ball. Martinelli. Great vision. Oh, super find. And he's and the finish! And it's come back out to him. Well taken goal. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Arsenal now in a position far more desirable.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
And here's Barcola. He's picked his way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Odegaard looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now.
Good pressure, determined, intense. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. Now it's Barcola. pinches it off him. Norgard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Barcola. Nicely weighted ball. He's onside. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here. He is through here. And here's Ruiz. Barcola plays it in. Decent chance! And that's a sharp finish.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
The goal scorer for Paris Saint-Germain after 66 minutes is number 8, Fabian Ruiz.
Paris Saint-Germain cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
It's a really well-measured ball. Madueke has it in a wide position. And a chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Kvaratskhelia. It'll be a throw-in. Norgard. He's in a great position here. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking to play him in. Ødegaard. Norgard. And it's made its way to him. Martinelli unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nicely spread. Barcola. Now Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He's had it taken off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Zaire Emery. Beraldo. And it's Zaire Emery. Now it's Fabian Ruiz.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again
Substitutions
and
taking
again.
place.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Can he get on the end of this? Well, that's well seen too. Beraldo. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, it's Dembele. And he's got away from him. In with the challenge. Martinelli. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Aims beyond the defence. Now it's Kvaratskhelia.
Paris Saint-Germain really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Calafiori. Calafiori getting forward. Norgard. Calafiori. Gabriel Jesus. Now it's Havertz. Distributed tidily. And here's Havertz. Beraldo.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Vitinha.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Not the most accurate pass. Fabian Ruiz. Kvaratskhelia in acres of space out wide. That could spell trouble. Martinelli. And here's Doué. And this is Dembele. Norgard. And the pass is intercepted. Kvaratskhelia does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Ødegaard. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Martinelli running with the ball. Looking for the run. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. Zubimendi cuts out the pass. Now it's Havertz. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. That is ended up in no man's land. 5 minutes left on the clock. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Zubimendi. Over to the right flank. Oh, such a clever touch. Beraldo was in no mood for any of that. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. He's got away. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Ødegaard. Played out wide.
Arsenal really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Shot a goal! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Madueke. Spread out to the left.
There will be
Martinelli.
1 minute added time.
Can he get it through? Good ball, good take. He's having a shot! Superb from Gabriel Jesus! A finish right from the top draw! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
There you go. That's what happens when you've got top-class talent.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's it. Arsenal can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally. All round the better side, it turned into a very, very smooth ride. Ødegaard voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.